Hello everyone friends, in this lesson, as we mentioned in our previous lesson, we will see how to draw straight and angled. This is going to be very simple right now. Press L and enter the line command. Look, in the box on the left side where it says 340, that's the length of this. The 340 unit is now centimeters, millimeters or meters, depending on the unit. So, in the box on the left side, the length of your drawings will be written. Right now, for example, 400 units. Let's even say 400. Enter from our keyboard to make it complete. Let's select our shape. When we go to the beginning or the end and stop for a while with our mouse, look, it says 400 at the top. This shows the length of this. At the bottom, it says 37 degrees. This is the degree of it. When we are drawing, it's 49 degrees. Let's make a click. I selected my shape. See, we have made a drawing of 49 degrees. I pressed L again. The value I will enter at first is the length value, as you already know. For example, let's take 150 units. Right now, if you press enter, we will be drawing with 150 units and a degree of 48 degrees written below. But let's say we want to enter the degree differently. When I press the tab key, the length does not change in any way. I move my mouse back and forth, left and right, but there is no change. Because we have determined the length right now, we said let it be 150 units. Now, the value we will enter will be the angle value of this. We can enter something by eye decision by moving our mouse, or we can enter a value from our keyboard. Let's take 35 for example. 35, enter. I pressed escape and exited the command. I chose my shape. Let's even zoom in a little bit. Look, we have made a drawing of 150 units and 35 degrees. Let's repeat. I pressed L. I clicked on any point. Let it be 500 units. I pressed tab. Let it be 10 degrees. 10. Enter. I pressed escape and exited the command. Look, we have made this drawing with a length of 500 units and an angle of 10 degrees. If we want to draw straight lines, for this, ortho mode must be active. It's at the bottom right of the screen. Look, it shows that it is not active right now because there is no blue around it. Let's click there once. Look, it says ortho on. So now the ortho mode is active. I pressed L, I pressed space, I clicked on a point. Now look, I'm going to the right side. Look, although I pull up and down, it draws straight because the ortho mode is active. The shortcut for ortho mode is the F8 key. So when I press F8, look, right now ortho is off. When I press F8 again, it becomes ortho on. You can already see it at the bottom right. It is active now. Yes friends, in this lesson, we saw how to draw straight and angled drawing. Then see you in our next lesson.